Well, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are pushing their closing messages as they tour several swing states with around 40 hours to go before America decides its next president. Now, as Trump's campaign works to clear up his remarks about shooting the media, Kamala Harris dodged questions about her vote on a California crime measure. But in the last dash to the election finish line on Tuesday, Kamala Harris's team is cautiously optimistic about her chances of victory in what continues to be an extremely tight race. The polls in America as we speak suggest the race is still exceptionally close and more than 75 million people have already voted. We have reactions lined up from both the presidential nominees. Listen in.
So Michigan, 2 days to go. In one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and we have momentum. It is on our side. Can you feel it? And we have the momentum because our campaign is tapping into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people, because we are optimistic and excited about what we can do together.
To our great sports fans, and I hope you're having a fantastic time. We're 2 days away from the most important election in the history of our country. We've got to save our country, and it needs saving. It's in very bad shape. The worst economic numbers in generations were just announced 2 days ago. We're losing jobs, we're losing everything, including viability. We're gonna end up in a depression based on what's been happening. We've never seen anything like it, at least for the last 40 years. We have to straighten out our country, we have to close our borders, we have to lower our taxes, we have to get rid of inflation, and we're going to do it. Just remember, Kamala and her friends broke it. I'll fix it. Most important election in the history of our country. Go and vote.
My colleague Gauri Trivedi joins us live at the moment from Pennsylvania. She's in Philadelphia, I'm told. Gauri, thanks so much for joining us at the moment. The violence in Butler, Pennsylvania has made this a tumultuous election, as many would argue, unlike any in living memory in the United States. But we hear Trump supporters remain bullish and confident. But are Kamala Harris supporters hopeful of raining on Trump's parade? What's the mood you've picked up on since you got there?
Parmeshwar, I'm indeed in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, the largest city of the state that is set to decide who will be the next president of the United States. 19 electoral college votes up for grabs, and it is Pennsylvania that will decide who crosses the 270 mark. Now, Philadelphia is a predominantly black city. 43% of the population here is black American. But that's just it. It is not the whole as far as Pennsylvania is concerned. 1 out of 10 voters in whole of Pennsylvania are black, but about half of them stay in Philadelphia. So as far as the Kamala Harris's specific identity in terms of reaching out and breaking the ground when it comes to black American voters, it is Philadelphia where it matters the most than whole of Pennsylvania. But some of the data that is coming in right now seems to indicate that within some of those Philadelphia counties and suburbs, even in the black American population, Republicans seem to have made inroads, and that is something that the Harris campaign would be very watchful of. As I said, half of Pennsylvania's black voters reside in this very city, and Harris's entire pitch, a lot of it has been about reaching out to the black American community. Already there are divisions within the black American community cut on gender lines and across college education. Most voters in Pennsylvania who do not have a 4-year college degree are voting for Trump. Secondly, black men, even those that we've spoken to, are not so sure about Harris's economic plan. They feel not enough has been told and not enough has been done in the last 4 years for her to get their precious vote. So it really comes down to the wire. And one important thing I want to say is that amongst all the studies that have been done in the last 6 months, Pennsylvania has been studied the most. In fact, over 110 studies have already taken place only and only on Pennsylvania, and not one has actually predicted a winner. And that just tells you just how close this race is.
Gauri, as always, thanks so much for joining us with that live update. We will, of course, revert to you for regular updates in the last 40-hour stretch to the day that the next US president will be decided.